If you're in the market for new hearing aids and your hearing loss is mild or moderate, you now have more options than ever before. Since the FDA's approved over-the-market hearing aids in October 2022, it's more about finding the ones that match what your needs are than about the hearing aids themselves. And that's because there are many over-the-counter hearing aids to choose from. Today we are going to look at the ELEHEAR Alpha Pro over-the-counter hearing aids. These hearing aids really aim to meet any need you might have. So let's jump in and see if that's actually true. ELEHEAR was founded in 2017 and they released the Alpha Pro in 2023, so just a year ago. These hearing aids are very elegant, they are very nicely designed. You can see them here. They are very light and they do have many features. And what I'm going to try to do is go through all their features and see if they cover all the needs of someone with mild to moderate hearing loss. Now I do have to thank ELEHEAR for sending me these hearing aids and also sponsoring this video. But as always, you know that my reviews are based on my testing and my opinions and my results. We're going to start probably with the most important feature to anyone with significant hearing loss, and that is noise reduction. Like many of us, you're probably frustrated when you go into parties or restaurants with your family and friends and you are not able to participate in the conversation as much as you want to. And the reason is that you can't hear everyone clearly and you may have a hard time connecting the dots between different sentences. For this need specifically, Alpha Pro has AI technology which is separating speech from the noise. Now, they don't apply it as a blank thing to all the sounds. They really try to distinguish between speech and other sounds and apply the noise reduction only to sounds that are not speech. In my own testing, the noise reduction was pretty noticeable while speech remained clear, so we can definitely mark that feature as done. The next thing that most of us probably care about is how much we pay for hearing aids. It's a known fact that many people don't treat their hearing loss and they don't get hearing aids because of financial limitations. So if the price of hearing aids is reasonable, that makes them more approachable and more available to more people. I'm glad to say that the ELEHEAR Alpha Pro are going for less than $500. In fact, they have a promotion right now where they are offering these hearing aids for $459. There's a link right here that should take you straight to the website where you can find that promotion active and you can get these hearing aids at this promotional price. Now, another very nice thing about these hearing aids and about ELEHEAR in general, if you have any problems after you bought the hearing aids and you are trying to use them, they have support and audiology service available to you, so you don't have to feel like you are stuck and you can't move forward. You can contact them and they will help you resolve any problems you have and set up the hearing aids to your likings. I wanted to show you the box really quickly. The box obviously is not important for the sound quality of the hearing aids, but in my mind it shows the quality of the product. When I opened the box I was really impressed. You can see this very nice design. Here is the box. You can see it's very nice. It's very strong. Now, when I open the box, the first thing that you see is a really nice guide that tells you step by step how to start using the hearing aids. And I think this is really cool because when you open a box like that with hearing aids, you might be wondering, okay, what's the first thing I need to do? And this really kind of steps you step by step to what you have to do. So that's really nice. The hearing aids obviously are here. Under here you will find a really nice guide. So here you see that you have a quick guide and a user manual. And both of them are very informative and will step you through everything you need to do, including changing the filters and everything about those hearing aids. So really, really cool, really nice information here. Under the guides, you will find the charging wire, the filters, and the domes. So obviously the wire that will charge the case, and by doing so you will charge the hearing aids since they are rechargeable. And here you can see the tool that you get to change the filters on the hearing aids, which you will have to do once in a while depending on how much wax your ears are generating. And lastly, and probably most important, are the domes. When you get those hearing aids, if you want to make sure that you have the best sound quality and then the hearing aids fit into your ears in the best way, you want to take the time and find the right size for your ears, what will work for your ears the best, what will be the best fitment to your ears, because that's how you assure not just they will fit in your ears, they will not fall out, but also that you get the best sound quality. The next feature that we are going to cover is rechargeability. The hearing aids are coming with a really nice charging case that, according to them, will hold up to 7 full charges. Now, I'm saying according to them because I didn't test 7 full charges. It will take me about a week to test that. The hearing aids themselves will hold up to 20 hours each charge, which means that you should have no problem finishing a full day on one charge. In a second here, I'm going to show you the application, all the features that you have in the application, and how you can fine-tune the sound. But in general, the sound quality of these hearing aids is pretty good and feels pretty natural. You know that my hearing loss is severe, so I had to use the most amplification that these hearing aids can offer, but still I had no problem using the hearing aids inside the house, outside the house, and in public places. So all in all, I am very happy with the sound quality of these hearing aids. Okay, so let's connect to the hearing aids. As soon as you go into the main screen, which is the control screen, you can see what program you are on, which is right there. You can see how much charge is still left in the hearing aids. You can see in my case they're full. And you can change the volume on each one of the hearing aids. Let's move on to the more unique features, which is the speech focus. You can see that I can click on the speech focus and I can change it to be 360 degrees, which means that now the hearing aids are listening all around me for speech. So this would be a good use for that, is that if you're in a party or something like that and there are people all around you that may be talking to you and you want to listen all around you. I can click on this one more time and I switch to in front of me. This means that now I'm talking to someone that is in front of me in a noisy environment, maybe a restaurant or something like that. But I want to focus, I want the hearing aids to focus right in front of me. I can also just mute the hearing aids if for whatever reason I need to mute them for a second. And then I can also control how much of a noise reduction is active. I can reduce the noise control or I can increase it. It's really controlling the program, the volume, and then the speech focus and noise reduction. Now let's move to the adjust screen. And the adjust screen is really unique. You can control both hearing aids together or separately. And you can set the level of amplification that you give each one of the ears. So if you're one of those people that have maybe mild hearing loss on your left ear, but moderate hearing loss on your right ear, you can literally set it that way. You can set the right ear to moderate and the left ear to mild. And that way you can get the right amplification to each one of the ears. If your level of hearing loss is the same on both ears, you can just combine the hearing aids together and choose the amplification level that you need for your hearing loss. So in my case, I'm going to use moderate 2, because my hearing loss is severe. Now, I have to say though that even though my hearing loss is severe, by using the Moderate 2, I was able to use the hearing aids with no problem. So I was pleasantly surprised by that. Okay, now that you chose the amplification level, you can even adjust it further. And this is the unique part. I have not seen this approach in any other hearing aid so far. I'm sure that there are probably other hearing aids that are probably taking the same approach, but I myself have not seen that. What I've done here is, instead of just giving you bass, mid, and treble controls, they gave you example of sounds. So they are saying the first group is the low frequency sounds, and they give you example of low male voice, engine sound, ocean waves, and things like that. And I can choose how much I want to amplify these sounds. I can say my low frequency hearing is pretty good, so I don't need to amplify this too much. But on the high frequency end, things like high pitch melody, phone ringing, and things like that, that is exactly where my hearing is lacking, and I can increase the amplification all the way up. And maybe TV sounds and speaking voices, I'm okay on that, so I'm just going to do mid-level amplification. Now I'm going to save this program. I'm going to call it Guy. And I'm going to save this program so then I can access it with all the settings and choices I made without having to go through the same process again. And now you can see that there's a program named Guy. So in addition to the pre-configured programs, now there's also my own program that I can just choose that, and that brings up all my settings. And you can actually have multiple custom programs, maybe based on different situations, and you can have a program for each situation. The next feature I'm going to talk about is feedback control. With many hearing aids, you may get feedback when you put your hands next to your ears or when you walk next to walls or large objects. The Alpha Pro have built-in feedback control to prevent all of that from happening. Now, I have to say that I did encounter a small problem with feedback. When I was holding the hearing aids in my hands or when I was putting them in, at the beginning I got some feedback. All I had to do is really just switch the tips from the ones that came with the hearing aids to different ones that better match my ears, and then all my feedback problems were gone. I want to clarify one thing to prevent confusion. These hearing aids are aimed at mild to moderate hearing loss. If you have severe hearing loss, you can try them, but there's no guarantee they're gonna work for you. My conclusion from this whole review is that we have yet another really good option for over-the-counter hearing aids that are not too expensive and they perform very well. If you found this review helpful, do me a small favor and like, subscribe, and specifically share this review with other people that can benefit from it. And don't forget, if you have any questions or any feedback, please post it down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your questions. I always try to answer everything I can. And I'll see you in the next video.